What's cracklin', everybody? Welcome back once again to the definitive cereal tier list, where each episode we take a cereal, put it on the tier list, so you know how good it is. I'm your host, Tucker. In this episode, we're doing Fiber One Original. Now, Fiber One is one of those cereals I don't really have a history with because I was never really interested in it. I'm one of the fun cereals, not fiber. So, don't really know what to expect. However, looking at the box there, the piece seems to look sort of like one of the first Kashis we did. I think it was the Kashi Go original, where it had like the three different types of pieces, and one of the pieces was like that. And I don't remember loving that piece very much. So a little concerned about that, I would say. But maybe this time it'll be better. But let's just get into it. Back to a box. That's nice. Two separate bags. This is unexpected. Okay. I always love a fun surprise. I don't know why this is that way. There's not a difference between them, right? Yeah, and it smells like grain. Not a ton going on with the scent. It really looks like pet food. Not necessarily in a... No, I mean, it's not in a great way. It's just... I could see an animal eating something that looked like this. No offense to Fiber One or animals. Just not the most appealing. Okay. See how it goes. Okay. Texture is a little weird. Don't know if I love that. But the taste's not bad. Whatever sort of flavor coating they have on there, it's pretty decent. At the end, you're getting a lot of your sort of base grain flavor, but right now it's actually kind of decent. I think this is a case where I'm enjoying the dry pieces noticeably more than the ones that have touched the milk. It's because I feel like there's a bit more flavor to them, and they do have a little bit of crunch. The wet ones are not as crunchy, of course. Not like an intense level of soggification or anything. Just not really crunchy. So I feel like I'm not gonna enjoy the last half of this bowl as much as the first half. Not that it was like a crazy level of enjoyment or anything, but I can see it going downhill a bit as I continue. All right, now let's see if there's any taste to the milk. Okay, that reminds me a bit of that sort of initial flavor the pieces were having. So I'm not entirely sure what it is because it's not really a bunch of ingredients in here, so not entirely sure. It was pretty decent though. It says there's like no added sugars or whatever, but there is a bit of a sweetness. So I'm not a scientist or a chef or a baker, so I don't know what's going on there, but it's working out okay. If I'm being honest, I expected this to be a lot worse. I don't think there's a ton to really say about this cereal. It had like a decent sort of initial flavor and becomes a bit more of a base grain flavor overall. Like it sort of overtakes a lot of that additional flavor that you're getting in the piece. I still never really loved the texture of, but it was fine. Usually I don't think I really hated it here, and because it wasn't one of three, it wasn't like, oh, this is obviously my least favorite. It was all just the same, so it was fine. Not too impressed, and I guess also not disappointed because it was actually better than I thought it would be. So I guess that's a plus. You did a good job there, Fiber One. So what I'm gonna do is give Fiber One Original a D. I think this is very much like the epitome of just fine. Like nothing too outstanding or much of a letdown with this one. It's just fine. Like if you want a bunch of fiber in one meal, there you go. You can have this. I don't think it's the best tasting cereal, but I think it is probably the highest fiber count we've had. So, trade-offs, I guess. But I don't think it's like an E worthy. Like I think it's more solid overall than that, which I kind of was worried for a sec it was going to be something like that. But it just ends up at that fine. Like I really don't know another word to describe this cereal other than fine. Oh, that's actually Fiber One. Take out O. Fine. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to like and subscribe, and in the comments below, post your general thoughts. Let me know if you've had Fiber One Original before and what you thought about it. If you do use this to get a whole bunch of that fiber intake to the day, so you're like a big fan, or you do that, but you are still not really a huge fan, you just kind of do it on necessity or something, feel free to let me know. That could be an interesting point of view to have here. Or if you just hate everything about this and you think the piece is super gross, you can let me know about that too. But until next time, stay delicious.